Hey, don't mind the weird digital landscape. It's kind of more familiar to me, so I'm preferring this for now. But hi, I feel like I've introduced myself a lot over the years, but I don't feel like I've actually done a proper introduction. So, my name's Bia. I am a girl, and I like creating things and challenging myself. And I've been gone for a little bit from here. We're kind of just in general, honestly. It'll be a very existential video in some ways, but I'll try to keep it a bit short. But I've been spending a lot of time kind of bouncing between an old identity and a new one, and really trying to figure out just where I am. Just a scary place to be if you've not been there before, or you've had kind of that sort of crisis. But with it, I kind of lost a lot of that motivation to create, because honestly, all that energy that I would have used for that had to have been focused on essentially creating myself. And it's something where you're gaining one identity, but you're kind of robbing yourself of a different one, because you're sitting here. And I don't feel like I'm really much without the ability to create, without that feeling of making things. It feels like there's something missing if I'm not creating things. So it's weird to be distant from here, because I feel like this is the place where I've expressed myself the most, and where there has been this big sort of progression. So but I did want to talk about kind of what's happening, because there has been some changes on here, and some things have disappeared. And I was always one of those people, especially with speedrunning, where when people just kind of went and left and removed a bunch of stuff and kind of removed that bit of themselves, it always felt very jarring. But I think I get it a little bit more now. My old speedruns are not deleted, they're just unlisted, and they'll still be around on leaderboards, but they in a lot of ways feel kind of like a blemish, or kind of hang-ons from someone that I'm not really anymore. And there's a good half decade of my life where I was shaped primarily by that, and it's honestly the first place that I even interacted with anyone that was trans at all. So it took me really far, but I don't think it can take me the rest of the way there. But those are still there on leaderboards, they're still around, but I don't feel like that's really me anymore. So I don't know, I don't really want to linger on it too much, or go back to it, really. I think that's over. If you were here for speedrunning stuff, I'm sorry. You've probably been very disappointed for an entire year. The Final Fantasy videos are still around. They kind of feel like they've been a part of the journey, especially the last couple videos have been very much kind of the tail end of that. I don't know what to really say in terms of if you should expect more of those, but maybe not. If I'm being honest, I think I'm happiest with this new project, which, this is this new journey that I'm going on now. And I know that a lot of you came here for a specific game or for speedrunning, and not specifically for me, but I hope you'll give me a chance, if that's okay. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a little bit different, but my brain's full of a lot of different things and thoughts, and I think hopefully you'll find what I have to say interesting. As some final thoughts, especially if you're in the US right now, things suck in the world. And I don't want to be here giving you false hope or anything like that. I don't think I have that to offer, and I don't also want to pretend that things aren't that bad or minimize, but in the end, we're like strongest together. And that's like the most important thing to remember is community and looking out for each other. So make sure to do that if you're able to, just to look around and to make those bonds, because those are the things that make us strongest. But I do hope you'll stick around for the new me and be patient with some of the growing pains. I know there's been so many along already, and I know there'll be a lot more, but they're necessary, and I don't want to hide them, if that makes sense. I want the growing pains to be honestly like a big part of this next project, and that's something I want to learn to be okay with. So, you know, there'll be a little bit of scuff with it, there'll be a little bit of weirdness, but I'm scuffed, I'm weird, I'm gonna accept it. So thank you for letting me reintroduce myself again, and yeah, I'll see you in a little bit.